Hey guys, I'm Rob Bass and this is Not Mitten Box. So it's time again to team up with my boy Chris Vint for another look at the Master Universe toy line. So, the toy we're going to look at today is a man who joined the League of the Stash way back in 1984. What, you don't know the League of the Stash? Well, that is a very prestigious league indeed. Founded by Burt Reynolds and Tom Selleck, the first member to join was the thespian Ron Jeremy. And a year later, video game hero Mario and his brother. In the early 80s, they gave their golden mustache comb to Man at Arms. So take it away, Chris Vint.
Okay, I was told by Mr. Bass we'd be reviewing a Tashtastic, yes I said that correctly, character, so I'm assuming it's this guy here, because as you can obviously see he's sporting a moustache. Came included with his own vehicle that he created, and no, hold on, this isn't Man at Arms. Oh, for goodness sake. Give me a sec while I sort this. Okay, and you can see Man at Arms here with some green folk and stratus from one of the Lady Bird books, and obviously Man at Arms was one that knew Prince Adam's secret of him turning into He-Man, and here we see some copyright infringement in inverted commas. So let's have a look at Man at Arms in action, foiling Skeletor's plan.
Care to examine it a bit closer?
By all means, bring it here. That sword, Skeletor. Your Majesty, don't touch that.
So let's move from his statue form to his figure form with the vintage line. Here we go. Okay, so let's delve into the Man at Arms vintage collection. Yes, that's right, Man at Arms. And there's not many versions of Man at Arms, thankfully. You can see here we have just the normal version out of the box. We have the vintage figure, which has a nice crease, and the commemorative version. The only real difference is the comic in behind him. The comic in the commemorative version is the King of Castle Grayskull. I can't really see what the one is on the vintage ones, so apologies. So as you can see, he does this. Woo! He spins round, which is very good. And yes, mine's missing a bit of the harness. And so if I can just get him to stand up. Stand up, will you? Just sit there, will you? Not a very obedient fellow, so he's not. But yeah, on the back of the art card, it just really says spin his waist to get him to spin round. And here you can see the likes of He-Man, his daughter, and we'll show you a bit of the art card if I could do it without bending it. Yeah, Man at Arms and his little daughter Tila, with his mace in his hand, which you only see him use once in an episode. So yeah, we're going to move along now, and unfortunately this may bring some nasty memories back to people. I know Mr. Rob Bass was at this, so yeah, brace yourself for Man at Arms in concert. Yes, that is Man at Arms and Tila. Yeah. Okay, Man at Arms looks like Man at Arms, I'll give him that. So let's move on to the 2002 version and see the comparisons in the figures. Okay, so whenever it comes to discussing the 2002 line, here we can see one of the very small figures, and we also have the Battle Glove Man at Arms. So let's compare this to the original Man at Arms. Okay, so we can see here Man at Arms and Battle Glove Man at Arms. The main difference is the mace. As you can see here, this has all funky stuff on it, and on the right hand side the glove has like a missile pointing out of it, which is very, very odd. Like the 2002 stuff, they seem to make a lot of stuff that really wasn't a necessity, one of which I will cover in the next part. But the 2002 one, the one on the left hand side I just pointed to, for me is the better of the four figures. It's just it just stands out. Whenever you think of the 2002 version, you're automatically going to think of this. And look, he has a moustache, whereas he doesn't on his vintage one, which is kind of odd because he had a moustache in the vintage cartoon. Obviously they were kind of made before that, but even so they could have brought it out with a moustache as they did in the classic line. So let's go ahead and talk about Serpent Claw Man at Arms. Yes, that, and there's another figure I need to talk about, and that's right, you can see here Samurai Man at Arms, which didn't actually appear in the 2002 cartoon. The Serpent Claw Man at Arms kind of did. The Snake Man you know, as I've said in my other videos, that whenever the 2002 version was concerned, they just did a lot of repaints, and for me this was one that was really not really, it didn't really make much sense, if I could get my words out. I'm not annoyed with them, you know, making this kind of figure, but the Samurai Man at Arms, I mean, why? I mean, look at the I can understand the sword, fair enough, but you can see my hand just I'm so enraged. Obviously I'm a completist, so I want to complete the line, and unfortunately Samurai Man at Arms was one of them. And here we see the Burger King thing, so let's see what it does. Pow! Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you? So yeah, that kind of concludes my look at the 2002 figures. So there we go. So once again, I'd like to thank Rob Bass for allowing me on Not Mint in Box. I do have a couple of figures there, Not Mint Box, as you can see. So there's one area we haven't discussed, which is the classic line. So Mr. Bass, over to you with your thoughts on the classic Tashtastic one.
Thanks, Chris. Let's take a look at the Master Universe Classics version. For me, the only Man-at-Arms I like is the stashless Man-at-Arms. You want to call him Duncan? That's your choice. Me? He is Man-at-Arms since he is the arms maker, the blacksmith of Eternia. Giving him that ridiculous porn 1970s stash is just stupid and looks like he is hiding a cigar for the winter. But if you do like your Man-at-Arms with the stash, as do most people on the Pop Culture Network forums, they include the stash head in the style of the cartoon from the 80s. What is amazing about this figure is it comes with a lot of weapons. He is Man-at-Arms. He should have lots of weapons. This version is a cornucopia of different weapons. He comes with his awesome battle mace and a gun, a nice sword. What I do love is the detail on the armor. This time around, if you remember in the old Filmation cartoon show, he had blasters on his wrists, and in this version of the toy, he comes with a little point at the end of his wrist on his armor, showing off a hidden blaster. One thing I do wish he had was an extra armor so I can rock 2 shin guards. I always had my classics version rocking 2 shin guards. He needs some more protection. Anyway, I think out of all the Man-at-Arms ever made, the classics gives you everything you need. Wait, did I forget to say something? Do I hear Chris Vint screaming, "What about the 2002 sword?" Right, the Mike Young Productions Power Sword. That's right, I'm sorry. You're right, Chris Vint. The bonus item with Man-at-Arms is the 2000X Power Sword. Missing the ability to twist, but it's a nod to the 2000 series, and fans, it's a cute little item to have around. Okay guys, all I have left to say is go to thepopculturenetwork.com, sign up for the forums. Remember to check out other videos by our friends on the site. As always, check out Master Universe Chronicles by my buddy Chris Vint, and remember guys, they're your toys. Play with them the way you want.